Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. I'm gonna read a story out of this book here called The Scary States of America, 50 Weird and Terrifying Stories, one from each state based on true events, by Michael Teitelbaum. So the state I'm going to read about now is South Dakota. The name of the story is called My Father Has Disappeared. Sometimes I listen to a radio show out of South Dakota that streams live over the internet. The host is a psychic named Marjorie Brigham. One night, I decided to put her psychic powers to the test and have a little fun with her too. I worked up the courage to call the show. It took a while, but I finally got through. Hi Marjorie, my name's Jason, and I'm a psychic too. Really? Marjorie replied. I couldn't tell if she believed me or not. Well, what do you do with your psychic powers, Jason? I help the police solve crimes, I answered. That's a very noble use of your powers, Marjorie said. Tell me about some of your cases. Well, I helped police in New York find a boy named Timmy Barber who is missing in the woods, and I helped the police in Colorado solve the murder of a woman named Marilyn Tilbott. And Jason? Yeah? You're not telling me the truth, are you? Well, you know about those stories, but you weren't the psychic responsible for solving them, were you? How did you know? I blurted out. I knew it was dumb the moment I said it. Right? You're a real psychic. Actually, I'm a collector of stories about psychics and other paranormal stuff. Got any good ones? Of course. What's your best story? All right, I'll tell you, even though you lied to me. Hello, you are on the air. Yeah, hi, my dad's gone missing. I want to know if you can help me find him. That's how the phone call to my radio call-in show began. That's how the phone call to my radio call-in show began. Most of the calls I get involve missing pets or valuables, or predictions for the future. A few times I've even helped out the police. This obviously distressed teenager called and identified himself as Justin Livermore. Tell me what happened, Justin, I said. 2 nights ago, my dad went for a walk and just never came back. I was staying overnight at my friend's, and when I got home the next morning, my mom was frantic as she told me the story. She had called Dad's friends, the store where he worked, and a few of the local bars where he liked to hang out, but no one had seen him. We called the police, but so far they haven't been able to find him. That's why I'm calling you. I told Justin to send me a photo of his father, along with a few of his personal belongings. The next day, a package arrived at the radio station. The framed photo showed Justin with his mom and dad standing in their living room. Justin had also sent me a watch and a ring that belonged to his father. That night at home, I set the ring, the watch, and the photo of the Livermore family on my kitchen table. Closing my eyes, I placed one hand on the watch and the other on the ring. I breathed deeply, opening my mind to the psychic energy that I believe to be inherent in all objects. Suddenly, a flood of intense, haunting images rushed into my mind's eye, like a slideshow zipping by at lightning speed. Flash! A chain-like fence. Flash! A blood-stained bedsheet. Flash! A wrench, a shovel, a pickup truck, and finally, a rifle. I opened my eyes, let go of the objects, and fell back on my chair, breathing hard. I felt passionate emotion and horrific violence connected to the watch and the ring. I sensed that this was more than a simple missing persons case. I stared at the photo, preparing myself to receive the psychic impressions that I had to offer. I placed the palms of my hands on either side of the frame. Enormous waves of rage radiated from the image, but were they coming from the mother, the father, or the boy? I experienced a sensation that I've never had before. The random images and emotions radiating from the objects before me gelled into an incredibly realistic vision. I was looking through someone else's eyes. I instantly knew where I was. I recognized the furniture from the photo. I was standing in Justin's living room. I passed by a mirror and paused. The face staring back at me was that of Justin's father. I was viewing events through his eyes. I caught a glimpse of quick movement in the mirror. I spun around, but not in time to stop the shadowy figure from slamming me in the head with a blunt metal object. Searing pain shot through my skull as I hit the floor. Blood poured down my face and into my eyes, impairing my sight. The distorted figure moved swiftly, clutching a bloody wrench in its tightly clenched fist. Wiping the blood from my eyes and fighting off waves of dizziness, I looked up into the barrel of a rifle. In that instant, I knew that Justin's father wasn't missing. He had been murdered. This was by far the strongest psychic connection I'd ever made. So strong, in fact, that I had no idea what would happen if I were to be shot while inhabiting this vision. Would I die too? I fought to regain my feet, but the loss of blood was too great. Slumped in agony on the floor, I heard the click of the trigger. The world spiraled into slow motion. I could actually see the bullet leaving the barrel of the rifle, roaring toward my head, but I couldn't move. Blam! I felt the life drain out of me. I knew that Justin's father was dead, but was I? Somehow I continued to watch in horror through the dead man's eyes as the murderer wrapped my disfigured body in a bedsheet. I felt myself being dragged along a gravel driveway and then dumped into the back of a pickup truck. My vision was obscured by the cotton sheet as I bounced along in the cold metal truck bed. The truck screeched to a stop, and I tumbled to the ground. I could just make out the shadowy image of a figure digging furiously beside an old chain-link fence in the woods. The world spun as the killer rolled my body into a shallow grave and tore away the sheet. Shovelful after shovelful of dirt rained down on me. Peering up from my own grave, I watched as the clouds broke and pale moonlight shined down on the face of my killer, Justin's mother. She was instantly recognizable from the photo. The dirt continued to cover me. I was being buried alive. Was I still alive? Everything became silent and dark. My eyes snapped wide open. Cold sweat drenched my body, and my heart raced as I took great gasps of air. I was back in my own body, looking down at the photo of the Livermore family. I called the police and told them what I had seen. Of course, they were skeptical, but my clues gave their investigation a new direction. Justin's mother was soon arrested. The police later learned that she had discovered that Justin's dad was cheating on her, and in her rage, she had killed him. She called the police to file a missing persons report to throw them off the trail and to keep the truth from her son, but she could not keep the truth from me. Man. Phew. That's pretty wild. South Dakota. Let me write that down. Okay. There you go. If you like stories like this, you like books like this, of the paranormal, you collect them, you're into the stuff, Buy you a copy of this book here by Michael Teitelbaum, The Scary States of America, 50 Weird and Terrifying Stories, one from each state based on true events. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.